Good morning, guys. This is Jim from Killer Diller Outdoors. How we doing today? I'll just show you what I've been up to for the last 2 hours. I framed up the back wall, the 3 side walls, and I'm about ready to start on the other side of the building. So I'm going to give you guys just a couple little rundown. Some of you know how to frame, some of you don't have a clue how to frame. So I'm just real quick, I figured while I was doing this, I'd go ahead. I'm about ready to do a layout for another wall, and I figured I'd go ahead and show you guys how to do a layout on your top and bottom plate. And then all you have to do is put your studs in there, nail your studs up, and then on this wall I don't have to initially rack this wall, because when I rack the back wall, it's going to actually bring this wall up straight. But what you could do also is you would take and you run corners. So you check farthest corner to the farthest corner, find out what that number is, and then you flip and do the exact same thing going back across, and that's how you'll find out if everything's exactly square. Because I've been doing this for a while, no big deal. I'll put it up there, I can rack everything, it's super simple. It's just 10 studs in a wall. It's not like there's windows framed into this wall or doors or anything like that. If there was, then I'd put all my headers in and then I would square the wall up, and I'd check corner to corner, make sure the wall was square, and then I would put a brace across it, which you can kind of see where I have a brace on that one because it's super windy right now, and I wanted to make sure to keep that one squared. So I got a brace going from the top corner of the top plate all the way down to the bottom plate there, and that kept that wall at 173.5 inches from that top corner to that bottom corner, and from that top corner to that bottom corner. And like I said, with it being super windy, I went ahead and did that because it just made my life easier as one person trying to put this thing up. So back to what we were talking about here for just some basic framing of a wall. This is how every wall goes. What I do like to do is when I make a corner, I like to put 2 boards together. Now if you're dealing with a 2x4, obviously you want both your boards inside of your ends, okay? So that means you have one board on the outside. So when I'm running sheathing out here, I have a place to nail to here, and then I have a place to nail to going across the back. Then when I'm running drywall on the inside, mind you, there's going to be this next wall here, so I'm going to have a ending stud. That was probably really hard to see, but an ending stud where my finger is, right here, sorry, and then I'll be able to nail my drywall to here. So this will be my corner for my drywall. So I like making corners, and then up by, provided there's enough framing, up by where I'm going to put the garage door, I'm going to show you guys what a channel looks like. Basically, you get the idea, it's like a U shape. But I'll show you how to fit it. If you have a 2x4, obviously, the one 2x4 is going to take up the back edge, and then the other 2 will run, parallel to the outer edges of the 2x4. That gives you a lot more tensile strength than just having a single board coming straight up and down, because a single board's kind of like a pencil. You get enough weight pushed down on that thing, it's going to snap somewhere. But if you have 3 boards distributing the weight differently, one going, I'll draw it out for you. One going this way, one here, and one down. Now you've got 3 points, actually you got 6 points, 4 points, sorry, pressure. You got pressure here, here, and here. So all those are loads. They're going to accept anything that you put on them. Whereas if you took these 2 boards and actually put them together, and then maybe a third one, which I see a lot of, it gives it strength, but it doesn't give it it doesn't give it the same actual tensile strength. And I know because I've worked for companies that have tested this, and so I know that this is actually twice as strong. It uses up the same amount of lumber and the same amount of man time if people know how to do it, if they're educated enough on how to do it. So back to what we were going to do here. Very simple wall. I'm just going to show you layout, your 16-inch centers. So here we got the bottom plate, it's pressure treated. And here's the top plate, it's just a regular pine 2x4. So what I did is I know my my stud is 1.5 inches wide. So I've got 128 inches marked. Go back 3/4 of an inch, that would be the center of that stud for this wall. Now as I go down, I'll go to 112 3/4, and then when I put, I'll have my square on me. When I draw my line straight across here, and I put my stud on this side, you can see my stud would be right there, and my center would be 112, 16 inches from 128. Okay, and then we're going to go all the way down. We're going to do this for all of them. So everything will fall on 16-inch centers as marked. I didn't mark these yet. Yeah, I did. Okay. So when I put my 2x4 here on this side, as you can see, I am at 32 inches in the center of my board. Pretty simple, huh? Well, that's how you do that. And then I'll just lay my, because I got the two boards pulled together, so I'll just lay my square on both the boards, do one mark, then I'm totally done. Then I'll flip this board up there, not flip it, I'll put this board up there, turn this board upright, and then I'll start putting my studs in and nailing them all down. Not too bad, huh? Pretty easy. See, anybody can do it. Alright guys, well, I'm going to get back at this and I will catch up with you all later and show you the progress. Have a great day. Bye.